First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. Thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, which is something we do every weekday starting at 1 p.m. We'll go throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics. Right now, though, we are talking about a missing mountain biker up on Mount Hood at Trillium Lake. I'm going to go ahead and pull him up here just so you can take a look as I go through, and I'll give you some of the details. We're going to hear from a Clackamas County sheriff as well right after this, from a PIO from them. So this is who you're looking at right there. That is Ralph Sawyer from Gresham, Oregon, 52 years old, an experienced mountain biker. So an alert was sent out at 10:30 p.m. on Friday night, and that is when we were able to, I'll go ahead and make sure that this is looping here, but yeah, there you go, you can see him right there. On Friday night, so this past Friday evening, an alert was sent to the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office at 10:30 p.m. about the fact that he was missing. So he went out mountain biking at Trillium Lake. He was expected to return around 8:30 p.m. that night, so a couple hours later, they gave that notification. He had originally gone up somewhere around 10 a.m. on Friday, so mountain biking all day. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says that he is a very experienced mountain biker. He's very familiar with the terrain of that area. It's a pretty common area for mountain biking up there by Trillium Lake. He had a bike that was specially designed to be to ride on gravel, which part of those trails are gravel, so off-road, he had all that stuff. The team did locate his car, which is a blue Kia Soul, shortly after midnight that night. His phone was located inside the car, so he did not have his phone with him on his possession. So there's been searches that have been happening all weekend for him. A number of different organizations are working together to try to find him. Quickly, just so you have this description, and I'll do this at the end too after we hear from the sheriff's office, but he is described as being roughly 6'1", with brown hair, last seen wearing an orange helmet, blue shirt, and black biking shorts. So important information there just to have about him, and as they're out there searching for him. But let's go ahead and check in right now. So I'm going to pull this up. We've got Brian McCall from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. I spoke to him just about an hour ago about the update on as far as where they're at, how the search is going, and a little bit about that terrain. So we'll go to that right now. About this, if they didn't know already, could you tell us just a little bit about this area, you know, up there by Trillium, and what that terrain is like where he is missing?
Sure, yeah. So this is the Mount Hood National Forest. It's predominantly wilderness and mountainous out here. It's very densely forested. There are obviously a few trails and a few roads, Forest Service roads that are going through here. The road we believe Mr. Sawyer took, started out as paved, but then turns into a gravel road. And I just learned today that his bike was actually built for what they call gravel biking, or it's kind of a heavy-duty bike that is made to be on gravel roads. And from what we understand, this is an area that he was familiar with, that he would go to routinely. So it's not something he was unfamiliar with, and we believe that he kind of knows the area here and is an experienced biker.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, especially having that gear, and that area up there, I know is popular for mountain biking. When you're seeing something like this, because we're into, I guess this would have been the third night last night, I believe, that he's been missing since Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. What are some of the possibilities that you're looking at here as you're out there doing the search for what could have happened?
Well, I don't want to speculate as to what I think might have happened. It's sure. We kind of have to go on the information that we have, and what we know right now is that he parked his car off of Still Creek Road and left with his bike. And what happened after that is anybody's guess at this point. We're hoping that we do locate him at some point here, hopefully sooner rather than later, and hope for a positive outcome. What happened is really, up in the air, anybody's guess at this point, but we're hoping for the best.
Gotcha. Makes sense. And when it comes to this search, I know that there's a lot of organizations all working together on this, including some special teams I saw just for like rappelling off the sides of cliffs. Can you talk just a little bit about that, about some of these different specialists that are out there searching?
Yeah, we are very lucky in Clackamas County that we have so many volunteer search and rescue organizations, including our own Clackamas County Search and Rescue Group that the Sheriff's Office coordinates. And we have others that are helping us out in the search, the Pacific Northwest Search and Rescue, Portland Mountain Rescue, mountain wave emergency communications, Hood River crag rats. I mean, the search and rescue community is amazing, and so many volunteers at this point. I think well over 100 volunteers are involved in some shape or form, and they have some pretty amazing skills as far as things that they train for all year long. You know, they have some technical rope skills. They're skilled in mapping the terrain and getting around in this kind of environment. Clackamas County actually, in case you weren't aware, has one of the busiest, if not busiest, search and rescue units in the entire state of Oregon. So this is something that we do regularly, we train for regularly, and it's something that they're very skilled at doing. So I'm hoping that, you know, those skills are all coming into play in this search.
How many people total would you guess are out there searching right now?
Right now, at this moment, it's hard to say. Anywhere upwards of 30 or 40 might be out in the field at this moment, and that doesn't necessarily include, you know, people on ATVs or using our drones. We've had some air support over the past few days, helicopters and an airplane, and that sorts of things. So a lot of people, a lot of resources coming together in a very coordinated, very methodical search for Mr. Sawyer.
Is there anything specifically, I mean, I know it's been hot during the days, but when it comes to the weather and the temperature, even at nights, is there anything concerning about that?
I guess luckily up here in the higher elevation, it's a little bit cooler than maybe down in the Portland area right now. So that's favorable, and we're not seeing freezing temperatures overnight. Luckily, there's no snow covering the ground up here right now. So that I think is going well for us as far as conditions.
And is there any anticipation to further expand the search after today, or right now is it just all hands on board and that's where we're at?
Yeah, I think we'll be taking it day by day. I think the plan, if we do not locate Mr. Sawyer today, would be to continue searching as long as it makes sense and we have the resources to do so. We really would like to locate him. And if anyone out there who's been out on the trails, or maybe as he started, I believe, on Friday, maybe morning time. So if anyone's been out on the trails Friday, Saturday, over the weekend, and maybe they saw somebody who they think could have been matches the description of Ralph Sawyer, you know, we'd love to hear from them. That would be helpful.
All right. Well, Brian, anything else that you think is important for people to know?
No, just that we're using literally every resource we have at our disposal right now to make this to conduct this search right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this.
Yes, thanks for having me.
All right. So again, that is Ralph Sawyer, who is missing, and that is what we're going to be showing you here right again. I just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to see this and to take a look there, but especially if you may have been up there around Trillium Lake on that Friday or even over the weekend and possibly saw somebody that fits that description. So Ralph Sawyer of Gresham, 52 years old, missing this entire weekend, was reported missing around 10:30 p.m. on Friday evening. So we're now into Monday. And that search is still going on up there. So last seen 6'1", with brown hair. Last seen wearing an orange helmet, blue shirt, and black biking shorts. The tip line for the sheriff's office is 503-723-4949. And there is also an online email form as well. We've got all this information at kptv.com too that you can go to and follow up there and read a little bit more on this. And of course, as we find out more information, we will be bringing that to you and making sure that you get that as soon as we do. So that search is ongoing up there right now around Trillium Lake. So this is Fox 12 Now. So I just mentioned that at the beginning of the show, but we are live streaming here every weekday. So we start right at 1 o'clock. We go throughout the afternoon covering a wide range of things. Sometimes it's updates like this. Sometimes it's more feature stories. Sometimes it's deeper dives with our reporters. And we have one of those coming up at 1:30 p.m. Spencer Schott is going to be joining us to talk about an incident that happened last week. There was an RV park in Portland where there was a stabbing. We've got more information on that, and Spencer's going to be able to go a little bit more in depth. So again, that'll be at 1:30. So whatever platform you're watching me on, if you're watching live, you can come right back there. Definitely recommend the Fox 12 Oregon app, though. That's one of the best ways to not only see this show, but all the other things that we do here at the station and get those notifications when there is breaking news or something like that we can get right to you and talk to you directly. But either way, thank you for joining us. So again, we're live streaming. I will be taking a break, And if you're watching live, we'll be back right at 1:30 p.m. with Spencer and then more throughout the afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.